What happens when the voices that shaped our memories fall silent? When the songs that carried us through childhood, heartbreak, and joy suddenly become echoes of the past? Tonight, we honor the legends whose music ended far too soon, but whose stories will stay with us forever. Time moves quickly, but the memories these artists left behind remain as vivid as ever. Their voices carried us through entire chapters of our lives, and even after their passing, their music still comforts millions. Welcome to Celebrity Tribute Hub, where we remember the icons who shaped our world and left us too soon. Michael Jackson wasn't just a singer. He was a global phenomenon, a once-in-a-lifetime entertainer whose music defined entire generations. From Thriller to Billie Jean, his artistry transformed the world of pop forever. His groundbreaking dance moves, electric performances, and humanitarian impact made him a legend before he was even 30. On June 25, 2009, Michael passed away at age 50 from cardiac arrest caused by propofol intoxication. His loss was felt in every corner of the world. Yet his legacy, his message of unity, rhythm, and imagination, continues to inspire millions today. Whitney Houston was the voice of a lifetime, powerful, elegant, and unforgettable. With songs like I Will Always Love You, Greatest Love of All, and her stunning role in The Bodyguard, she became a symbol of pure vocal excellence. She broke records, shattered barriers, and lifted the hearts of millions with every note she sang. On February 11, 2012, Whitney left us at just 48, passing away from drowning with heart disease contributing. Her voice may be gone, but the emotion she carried into every song remains one of music's greatest gifts to the world. Elvis Presley changed the course of music history. With his unmistakable voice and magnetic stage presence, he became the king of rock and roll, bringing hits like Can't Help Falling in Love, Hound Dog, and Jailhouse Rock to life. His concerts were electric, his charm unmatched, and his impact immeasurable. Elvis passed away on August 16, 1977, at the young age of 42 from a heart attack. His departure stunned the nation, yet even today his music, his style, and his spirit continue to live on, a reminder of the dreams he ignited in millions. Freddie Mercury was a force of nature, bold, theatrical, and endlessly creative. As the frontman of Queen, he delivered timeless masterpieces like Bohemian Rhapsody, Somebody to Love, and We Are the Champions. His voice soared across 4 octaves, and his stage performances set new standards for rock. Freddie passed away on November 24, 1991. At age 45 due to AIDS-related complications. The world mourned deeply, yet even decades later, Freddie's music remains a celebration of courage, individuality, and the endless power of self-expression. Amy Winehouse possessed a rare soulful voice that echoed the greats of the past. With albums like Back to Black and songs such as Rehab and You Know I'm No Good, she brought a raw honesty to modern music that resonated deeply with fans around the world. Her talent was undeniable, a blend of jazz, soul, and heartache. Amy passed away on July 23, 2011, at just 27 due to alcohol poisoning. Her loss was heartbreaking, but her music still speaks for every lost soul, every fragile moment, and every truth too painful to say aloud. Kurt Cobain was the voice of a generation, the poet of pain, rebellion, and misunderstood youth. As the frontman of Nirvana, he gave us unforgettable songs like Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, and Heart-Shaped Box. His music redefined rock and reshaped the culture of the 1990s. On April 5, 1994, Kurt died at age 27 from suicide, leaving behind a legacy both powerful and heartbreaking. Though he struggled with inner darkness, the light of his creativity continues to burn brightly through the millions who still find comfort in his words. John Lennon wasn't just a musician. He was a symbol of peace, love, and social change. As a member of the Beatles and later in his solo career, he gave the world classics like Imagine, Let It Be, and Across the Universe. His words soothed, inspired, and challenged us to dream of something better. On December 8, 1980, John was tragically assassinated at just 40 years old. His loss shook the world. Yet his message of hope and unity remains one of the strongest musical legacies ever left behind. George Michael's voice carried warmth, passion, and unmistakable soul. Whether in Wham! Or his solo hits like Careless Whisper, Faith and Freedom. 90, he created music that touched hearts around the world. His artistry, generosity, and quiet acts of kindness made him beloved by millions. On December 25, 2016, George passed away at age 53 due to heart and liver disease. His final gift came on Christmas Day, a departure that still feels unreal. His songs remain a comforting embrace for listeners everywhere. Prince was a musical genius, an innovator who blended funk, rock, soul, and pop into something entirely his own. With songs like Purple Rain, When Doves Cry, and Kiss, he brought magic to every stage he touched. His style, his energy, and his creativity knew no bounds. On April 21, 2016, Prince died at age 57 from an accidental fentanyl overdose. The world dimmed that day, but his artistry continues to shine, a reminder of how one person's genius can forever change music itself. Tupac Shakur was more than a rapper. He was a storyteller, a poet, and a voice for the unheard. With songs like Changes, Dear Mama, and California Love, he spoke truth to struggle and hope to pain. His work stretched far beyond music, touching activism, acting, and culture itself. On September 13, 1996, Tupac was assassinated at just 25 years old. His death remains one of music's greatest tragedies. Yet his words still echo, raw, powerful, and immortal, reminding the world of the message he never stopped fighting for. The notorious B.I.G., born Christopher Wallace, was one of hip-hop's most influential storytellers. His deep voice, sharp lyricism, and vivid tales of struggle shaped a generation of rap music. With hits like Juicy, Big Papa, and Hypnotize, he became a cultural icon almost overnight. On March 9, 1997, Biggie was tragically assassinated at just 24 years old, leaving the world in shock. His life was short, but his impact was monumental. Today, his legacy stands as a powerful reminder of the brilliance, creativity, and humanity he brought to music. Aaliyah was elegance, talent, and grace woven together into one remarkable young star. With songs like One in a Million, Try Again, and her unforgettable performances in film, she became a symbol of effortless, cool, and R&B innovation. Fans adored her gentle spirit and groundbreaking style. On August 25, 2001, Aaliyah tragically passed away at age 22 in a plane crash, cutting short a future filled with promise. Her loss left a void that has never truly healed. Yet her music continues to shine with the same softness and strength she carried throughout her life. Selena was the shining star of Tejano music, warm, radiant, and endlessly gifted. With songs like Dreaming of You, Como la Flor, and Amor Prohibido, she captured the hearts of millions across cultures and generations. Her performances were filled with joy, passion, and an unmistakable love for her fans. On March 31, 1995, Selena was tragically murdered at just 23 years old. The world mourned deeply, but her spirit lives on, in the memories she left behind, in the music she blessed us with, and in the smile that still lights up every tribute made in her honor. Avicii, born Tim Bergling, was a musical architect of the EDM world, a producer whose melodies touched millions. With global hits like Wake Me Up, Levels, and Hey Brother, he brought emotion and storytelling into dance music in a way few ever had. His talent was immense, yet his inner struggles were profound. On April 20, 2018, Avicii died by suicide at age 28. Leaving the world grieving a brilliant young artist. His music continues to pulse through festivals, headphones, and memories everywhere, reminding us of the light he brought into modern music. Chester Bennington's voice carried both raw power and heartbreaking vulnerability. As the lead singer of Linkin Park, he delivered unforgettable songs like Numb in the End and Crawling, each one echoing the struggles so many listeners understood but couldn't express. His honesty made him beloved across generations. On July 20th, 2017, Chester died by suicide at age 41, leaving fans worldwide devastated. His voice remains a lifeline for countless people, a reminder that even the strongest souls can wrestle with silent battles. His legacy continues through the comfort his music still provides. Lil Peep was a rising voice in emo rap, a blend of soft melodies, confessional lyrics, and emotional vulnerability that connected deeply with millions of young listeners. With songs like Star Shopping, Awful Things, and Ben's Truck, he brought a raw honesty to modern music that felt both fragile and fearless. On November 15, 2017, Lil Peep died at age 21 from a fentanyl and Xanax overdose. His passing was a heartbreaking reminder of the struggles many artists face behind the scenes. Yet his music continues to resonate as a voice of emotion and authenticity. Juice WRLD was a lyrical prodigy whose freestyle talent and emotional storytelling set him apart instantly. With hits like Lucid Dreams, All Girls Are the Same, and Robbery, he opened a vulnerable window into heartbreak, anxiety, and hope. His music became a lifeline for millions. On December 8, 2019, Juice WRLD died at age 21 from an accidental overdose. His loss was devastating, especially for a generation that saw him as a voice of truth. Still, his songs continue to speak for those navigating their own inner storms. XXXTentacion was a complex, deeply emotional artist whose music explored pain, reflection, and redemption. With songs like Sad, Jocelyn Flores, and Moonlight, he connected with listeners who felt misunderstood and overlooked. His creativity was bold and experimental, pushing boundaries with every release. On June 18, 2018, he was shot and killed during a robbery at just 20 years old. His passing stunned the world. Despite his short life, his music continues to spark conversations about healing, growth, and the fragility of youth. Mac Miller's music carried warmth, introspection, and a gentle honesty that made him one of the most beloved rappers of his generation. From Self-Care to Good News and The Way, his work explored love, struggle, and self-discovery with rare depth. On September 7, 2018, Mac passed away at age 26 from an accidental overdose. Fans around the world mourned a soul who brought light to so many others. His legacy is one of growth, vulnerability, and the quiet strength he shared through every one of his songs. Janis Joplin was a powerhouse, a voice of fire, grit, and unfiltered emotion. With unforgettable performances in songs like Piece of My Heart, Me and Bobby McGee, and Cry Baby, she became one of rock's most electrifying figures. Her bluesy soul and fearless spirit broke boundaries during a transformative era in music. On October 4, 1970, Janis died at age 27 from a heroin overdose, leaving behind a legacy that still defines rock history. Her voice continues to roar with passion, reminding the world of her unmatched force and authenticity. Jimi Hendrix was a revolutionary guitarist whose sound reshaped the future of rock music. With unforgettable performances like Purple Haze, The Wind Cries Mary, and his iconic version of the Star-Spangled Banner, he became a symbol of boundless creativity. His energy on stage electrified audiences and changed what was possible with a guitar. On September 18, 1970, Jimi died at age 27 from asphyxia related to drug complications. His passing ended a meteoric rise, but his influence still echoes through every musician he inspired. Jimi remains a legend, unmatched, unforgettable, and forever alive through his music. Jim Morrison, the enigmatic frontman of The Doors, was a poet, a philosopher, and a voice of the counterculture. With songs like Light My Fire, Riders on the Storm, and People Are Strange, He created music that explored rebellion, mystery, and the human spirit. His deep voice and haunting lyrics left a permanent mark on rock history. On July 3, 1971, Jim passed away in Paris at age 27 from heart failure with a suspected overdose. His death became part of rock mythology, but his words and music remain timeless, still stirring hearts decades later. Bob Marley wasn't just a singer. He was a global messenger of peace, unity, and resilience. With classics like One Love, No Woman, No Cry, and Redemption Song, he carried reggae to the world and gave millions hope through his music. His gentle wisdom and spiritual warmth made him beloved at far beyond Jamaica. On May 11, 1981, Bob Marley passed away at age 36 after a battle with cancer. Though his life was short, his message continues to uplift generations. His music remains a universal language of freedom, love, and healing. Otis Redding's voice was pure soul, warm, passionate, and overflowing with emotion. With unforgettable songs like Try a Little Tenderness, These Arms of Mine, and Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay, he shaped the foundation of modern soul music. His performances radiated sincerity and heart. On December 10, 1967, Otis died at age 26 in a tragic plane crash, leaving the world in mourning for a voice that felt like home. His legacy lives on through the timeless emotion he poured into every note. Patsy Cline was one of country music's earliest and most cherished stars. With songs like Crazy, I Fall to Pieces, and Walkin' After Midnight, she brought a powerful blend of emotion and elegance to every performance. Her voice touched listeners across generations. On March 5, 1963, Patsy passed away at age 30 in a devastating plane crash. Her loss changed the course of country music history, yet her songs remain as heartfelt and enduring as ever, reminding the world of the extraordinary talent she shared in her brief but brilliant life. Ritchie Valens was a young pioneer whose talent lit up the early days of rock and roll. With hits like La Bamba and Donna, he brought youthful energy and cultural pride to the music scene. At just 17, he was already becoming a household name. On February 3, 1959, Ritchie died in a tragic plane crash, the same crash that took Buddy Holly, marking one of the darkest days in music history. His life was brief, but his legacy remains powerful, reminding us of the incredible promise he carried. Buddy Holly was one of rock's earliest innovators, crafting songs that would influence musicians for generations. With classics like Peggy Sue, That'll Be the Day, and Every Day, he brought a fresh sound filled with heart, charm, and creativity. On February 3, 1959, Buddy died at just 22 in the plane crash later known as the day the music died. His passing was a devastating blow to the music world, yet his influence endures, echoing through countless artists who followed in his footsteps. Sam Cooke was the smooth, soulful voice behind some of the most moving songs in music history. With timeless hits like A Change Is Gonna Come, Cupid, and You Send Me, he blended gospel roots with pop elegance. His music became a soundtrack for love, hope, and civil rights. On December 11, 1964, Sam Cooke was tragically shot at the age of 33, leaving fans stunned. His voice still resonates today, powerful, tender, and filled with the essence of true soul. Marvin Gaye was one of Motown's greatest voices, emotional, warm, and visionary. With masterpieces like What's Going On, Sexual Healing, and Let's Get It On, he reshaped soul music with unmatched depth and honesty. His songs explored joy, pain, and the struggles of humanity. On April 1, 1984, Marvin was tragically shot at age 44, a loss that shook the world. Yet his music continues to guide generations, offering comfort, passion, and social reflection through every lyric he left behind. Falco brought a bold, charismatic style to pop music, becoming an international star with hits like Rock Me Amadeus and Der Kommissar. His unique blend of attitude, flair, and musical innovation made him unforgettable. Fans loved his theatrical energy and unmistakable sound. On February 6, 1998, Falco died at age 40 in a car crash, leaving behind a legacy of creativity and ambition. Though his life ended suddenly, his music still captures the spirit of an artist who dared to be different. Dolores O'Riordan was the unforgettable voice of the Cranberries, haunting, powerful, and instantly recognizable. With classics like Zombie, Linger, and Dreams, she brought raw emotion and Irish soul to the global stage. Her voice carried a unique blend of fragility and strength that resonated across decades. On January 15, 2018, Dolores passed away at age 46 from drowning, leaving fans around the world heartbroken. Her music still echoes with the unmistakable honesty she brought to every lyric. Dolores remains one of the most beloved voices of the 90s, timeless, emotional, and deeply missed. Jeff Buckley was a rare artistic soul, mysterious, gentle, and gifted with a voice that felt almost otherworldly. His breathtaking rendition of Hallelujah became one of the most emotionally powerful recordings of all time. With songs like Last Goodbye and Grace, he carved out a legacy defined by purity and depth. On May 29, 1997, Jeff drowned accidentally at age 30 while swimming in a Tennessee river. His passing stunned the music world, yet the tenderness of his voice continues to comfort listeners, carrying a beauty that still feels alive today. Bobby Christina Brown grew up in the spotlight as the daughter of Whitney Houston, but she carried her own gentle spirit and love for performing. Her early appearances showed a young woman filled with promise and vulnerability. Songs she recorded privately shared glimpses of her mother's emotional depth. On July 26, 2015, Bobby Christina died at just 22 from drowning with drug effects contributing, a tragic echo of her mother's passing. Her story is one of heartbreak, but also of a young life forever connected to music, memory, and the love fans still feel for her family. Lisa "Left Eye" Lopes was the fiery creative heart of TLC, bold, brilliant, and unforgettable. With hits like Waterfalls, No Scrubs, and Creep, she helped the group become one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. Her charisma lit up every performance, and her humanitarian work showed her deep compassion. On April 25, 2002, Lisa died in a car crash at just 30 years old while volunteering abroad. Her sudden loss shocked the world, yet her vibrant energy, visionary ideas, and fearless individuality continue to inspire fans everywhere. Tina Marie, the Ivory Queen of Soul, possessed one of the most powerful and soulful voices in R&B. With hits like Lover Girl, Square Biz, and Fire and Desire, she carved a unique place in music history, blending elegance with emotional depth. Her songwriting and vocals touched countless listeners. On December 26, 2010, Tina Marie passed away at age 54 from natural causes, leaving behind a rich catalog of heartfelt music. Her voice remains a symbol of passion, authenticity, and the profound connection she shared with her fans. Bobby Darin was a versatile talent, a singer, actor, and entertainer who effortlessly moved from jazz to pop. With classics like Beyond the Sea, Mac the Knife, and Dream Lover, he captured the warmth and charm of an entire era. His energy on stage felt boundless. But on December 20, 1973, Bobby died at only 37 from heart failure after long-standing health struggles. His passing marked the end of a remarkable and influential career. Yet his music still brings joy, nostalgia, and elegance to listeners young and old. Eddie Cochran was one of early rock and roll's brightest rising stars, known for upbeat hits like Summertime Blues, Come On Everybody, and 20 Flight Rock. His guitar-driven style influenced generations of rock musicians. At just 21 years old, Eddie was already shaping the sound of modern rock. On April 17, 1960, he died in a car crash during a UK tour, cutting short a career filled with promise. His impact lives on in the musicians he inspired, proving that even a short life can leave a massive legacy. Sid Vicious was the rebellious, iconic face of punk rock's raw energy. As the bassist of the Sex Pistols, he became a symbol of youth revolt, attitude, and the turbulent spirit of the 1970s. Songs like My Way and the band's explosive performances defined an era of musical disruption. On February 2, 1979, Sid died at age 21 from a heroin overdose. His life was chaotic, troubled, and intensely public. Yet his influence on punk culture remains undeniable, a testament to a movement that challenged the world. Karen Carpenter's voice was one of the most soothing and beautiful of all time, warm, velvety, and filled with emotion. With the Carpenters, she created classics like Close to You, We've Only Just Begun, and Rainy Days and Mondays. Her gentle delivery made every song feel personal. On February 4, 1983, Karen died at age 32 from heart failure linked to anorexia, bringing attention to struggles few understood then. Her passing was heartbreaking, yet her voice continues to bring comfort, serenity, and love to millions around the world. Phoebe Snow had a voice unlike any other, soulful, pure, and rich with emotion. Known for songs like Poetry Man, she blended folk, jazz, and blues effortlessly, earning admiration from critics and fans alike. Her artistry was both delicate and powerful. On April 26, 2011, Phoebe passed away at age 60 due to complications from a stroke. Though she lived longer than many on this list, her presence was still lost far too soon. Her music remains a testament to a rare and heartfelt talent, one that continues to move listeners deeply. Though these remarkable voices left us far too soon, their music continues to carry our memories, our stories, and the moments that shaped our lives. Their melodies still echo across generations, reminding us that true artistry never fades. Thank you for watching, and tell us which of these legends touched your heart the most.